everyone. Coming to you in the moment about a message. So when we speak about news up into the moment, here we are. So my message is not only to this one person who uses his energy, Matthias Di Stefano, in trying to, aiming to, and doing so, micromanaging my energy field to influence consistently my choosing. Without getting so far into the reasoning, the spiritual assertion into human form is through the allowance of free will experience. So there is not one person to play God in the background, and if they are, it's because it is hidden, micromanaging to better themselves through financial status and not assist from a human overall heart perspective. So this is getting done on all levels, where those either with money or status are joining together in some way, and now the light is being shone on these things being hidden. And just know it's not stopping, because we're not going backward. And so it is essentially to squeeze out as much as possible in the time frame perspective of life, as though our life cycle is built on a business model of financial accumulation, and it's not built on, and as though it's not built on the higher resonance of spirit, heaven. And I'll say right now, if you have any discrepancies with that, do your research, okay? Because you can't keep being a doubter. What's the word I'm looking for? The description of the, I don't often use this word, the description of the people who are critical, and they live in a critical state until, I don't know, God arrives at their door and hands them all the money in the world or something. Right. Do your research in near-death experiences, because there is a heaven, and it is full of bright white light, and it is assisting the planet because God Source created the planet. So it's assisting the planet now, and anything that is not enforcing less light influence is actually full of dark, and that's why it's going to have the light shone on it. So businesses that are looking to squeeze out as though the life cycle of people is to make as much money as possible, to ignore true consideration that each person is an individual. Yes, we have to have business models where we function as a whole, but when in that functioning, businesses become ignorant to the actual voices of the people participating. and don't be stereotypical when you look at your stuff and judge them. Instead, make sure you are maintaining a human, non-egoic, protecting self, money, security, benefit coming first. Because it's the people that get ignored and held down that your influence is pushing down. So just make sure that your influence is of a light nature and it attracts more help naturally. So you influence the plant with more light and the plant grows. So I know my battery is running low on my phone, so I just want to be real clear, concise, and precise that quit thinking that any business or person, whatever money, status, title, is God, and that you must be a part of upholding this crud in our society. And instead, make sure you are starting to take the expansive stance that we are all more than we thought we are, and money is not the ruler. How you treat people is. And that's the truth of it. If you hide the fact that you know you're treating people or a system or some kind of construct in society at a lesser level than well-being, or let's squeeze out as much as we can from them and it doesn't matter how they're feeling, you're trying to play God with money. You're not actually putting the health of the human, which is yourself as well, at the highest level. And those that are operating like this are actually embodying that level of energy. So light will be shone on that. So it's up to you to meet that light coming in now, because it's going to give you different awakening calls that say, we need some ship shape in this area. And it could hit you confrontingly and brutally that you consciously have been operating knowing this is going on. So get with the program and get with the light change, and you won't take such a hard fall. And if you are using arrogance when you hear this kind of message coming at you from universal energy interaction, interplay of all humans on earth, if you're using arrogance and saying it's not going to affect me like Donald Trump, or they won't know, I can just keep going, you'll have the hardest kind of fall. Excuse me. Because there's more of us with these reminders now, because we are the light working with the light for a better planet, better experience of all our lives here. So take note of yourself, really. And there's nothing to fear in that. There's everything to gain from it. All you have to use is half a brain to see that light assists, and any dark stories you tell yourself, what are they actually built on? And are you choosing to be like a arrogant misfit, or do you actually want to assist? Because you got to actually want to assist to be assisted. Misfit is going to get you chucking fits. because no one's here to support it, like you may have thought before. So yeah, I think that was all I wanted to share, because I am definitely not here to agree with ignorant micromanagement, and Matthias De Stefano tries to do that in the background, because I mean, his experience is to assist the energy on the planet, like the actual energy on the planet, working with the light and the guidance and following the missions and tasks involved. But due to his own fear element, he'll muck around in the micromanaging and get lost in the consumerism of the planet and try to like pressure me, get something out of me, and like instead of remembering you're here to assist the planet, and that's how you'll be assisted. So if we need you to meet up with your soul twin flame, then you better seriously take a look at just doing that nicely and forget the materialistic gain and game. What you can get, how you could look, what does it mean, all this human questioning, instead of my overall aim is to be of service in the light here. And keep remembering that, as he is known to call himself as the rememberer. We'll just remember this. Don't get stuck in the past. Assisting the planet, only use the good that you know of, the good ways of assisting, and stop with your insecure game playing, because no one's assisting. Grow up, essentially. And growing up means in the moment, as you act with one on screen, like your recent interview I haven't watched with Heart Coherence channel, and any others I haven't seen either, as you act with them, you so too act with everyone else. And stop trying to hide your micromanaging that I should live a particular way, because you get low, gross, and disgusting, and you do it because you know you're hidden. You can't be seen to the eye, but a lot knows of it, and so too the light. Bye for now, everyone. See you again soon.